Hello YouTube family and friends. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin. I am documenting mine and my husband's journey to complete debt freedom and financial independence. We started our journey actually a good 15 years ago, but only started documenting it in the past year. Recently became debt free except for our mortgage, and this is now our focus going forward, is really building up our savings and investing to establish financial independence. So what I'm going to go over today is some of the resources that I am going to be using in 2022 to help support our journey. So I know I have a lot of stuff sitting out in front of me, and it's, to be perfectly honest, yeah, probably way more than I need, but that's what helps me. That's what helps to keep me motivated. And so that is pretty much what I do. But let's go ahead and get started at what it is I am going to be using. First and foremost, what I always have is just a general blank notebook planner setup. And so this is just a basic agenda cover that I have. It fits in A5 planner. On the inside, I have had this quote, and you can tell it's quite a bit old. It's been taken out of other notebooks, but I use this every year, and I remind myself of this almost daily, actually. One of my favorites. But reminding myself that difficulties prepare you for victory, failure prepares you for success, poverty prepares you for prosperity, ignorance prepares you for truth, insecurity prepares you for confidence, confidence prepares you for anything you want to do. So build your confidence is really it's a very important thing to me. It's not just about being interested or being competent, but being confident in everything that I do. And that also is what, when I think on these at the beginning of each year and I revisit, one of the ways this year I hope to build my confidence is what is actually going to be my word of 2022, and that is release. So I want to get better at wanting to always be in control, particularly of things that I cannot, or holding tight to the way maybe things have been done or other people say things should be done, and actually being comfortable walking my own path. So release is going to be my word for 2022. I will actually end up writing that in my notebook back here. I do not share all of the information that is in this notebook, but this is what I call it my brain. This is where I do my bullet journaling and my doodling and everything else. But everything always starts here every year, coming back, looking at this quote, and then I make a lot of my decisions and planning comes from there. So for 2022, my word of the year, release, as a way to continue building my confidence. So that is always the very first item, no matter what, is just having a place where I'm able to keep that and have it readily accessible. The second item that I have is what is going to be my budget worksheets, at least my paper-based, for 2022. I'm still going to be using my Excel spreadsheets because I like my Excel spreadsheets, but sometimes I do still like writing things down. There's something for me about putting pen to paper that makes everything very tangible. I will still be using a zero-based budget system. This particular budget planner, budget book, is from an Australian budgeter and called She Budgets. There are a few flaws and typos in the planner, which is why I'm going to still be using an additional one, but it is very similar to the Budget Mom or to the Elevated Life. All of those that you are seeing, it is just that this is a person that is in Australia, and when possible, I like to support Australian businesses. Obviously, I will put my name in and a few other things. I haven't started filling anything out in it yet because I wanted to be able to show it, a bit clean. It does have space for financial goal setting. So this is where I will go a bit more in depth of my action plan. So I talked about what my financial goals are. This is where I will take from that additional worksheet that I have of what are my process steps, what are my progress steps as well. For my outcome, when I want things to be achieved, I will get that filled in. So you're still able to do your yearly financial overview, yearly financial tracker, yearly bills tracker, any upcoming events. I actually probably won't really use that too much. Maybe I'll fill in like regos or something but even this allows for monthly, quarterly, and yearly, which is really nice because I do have quite a few bills that are only paid quarterly or yearly, but what it doesn't have is weekly, and our mortgage and such like that. Those are things that we pay every week. So it would be nice to see maybe in an updated version across 2 pages. Sinking funds overview, debt payment plan. Don't really need this because the only thing that I have is the mortgage. And so that would be the only thing that is a priority. And any notes, has some area for visualization as well. I am a visual type person. This will probably be for some of my savings challenges that I have, because that is really where those would come in most handy. So quite a lot of space there. That can be for, sinking funds, etc. It does have a 1K in 1 year saving challenge that comes with it. I'm not going to be doing that one because I have other ones that I'm doing. I don't know. I might look at ways to where I can even them out. So I suppose I could take the 9 and the 1 and make that a 10 and then just do it every fortnight. I don't know. And a gift list and some area for notes. So it would be nice to have an additional note page, and with the way that this binding is, I can't add any, but I have more than enough other resources to where I can have that. And then for each month, I will just go through January. For this, it does have a dashboard where I can put in what my goals and such. I like that it has both the dot grid, it has the blank, and it has the lined. Then we have the calendar, which I will not be using because you can see pointing it out. Thanks, Taylor, for pointing it out to all of us. Now I can't unsee it. Is that calendar is spelled wrong. Even if it was spelled correctly, this is just too small for me to work with. So this is where my happy planner will come into play. So I might like paste a quote page or something there. And then it has just a basic paycheck budget type setup. So room for your income, bills, everyday spending, sinking funds, extra savings. Again, I won't be using really the extra debt. I do like that it has multiple areas for income and then tracking for sinking funds. Obviously, I have a lot more sinking funds than this, but I'm also looking at condensing, or I might use it across the 2, I'm not sure. Area for notes, and then an expense tracker, which if you have been following my channel, you know I am terrible about tracking my expenses. And so it goes and has that for pretty much for the entire month. And then at the very end, just a monthly results, reflection time, etc. And then you just repeat in each month of the year. So this is the one that I will be using for the most part, off screen and such, but that is how I'm going to be tracking everything. So I do still track all of my budgeting. I do still use my Excel worksheets and everything else. I can just only film so many things in a day, but that is really the foundation for writing everything down, so to speak. So the third item that I will be using, and this continues from my main planner that I had this year, and that is going to be my happy planner as well. So this is going to store a lot of my tracking, my stickers, everything like that. Again, things that I don't always necessarily share. I did go with the wellness planner for this year. I really liked the black and white and the daisy design for it. I love happy planners. I love their quotes and everything else. So again, I haven't filled anything in yet for it, but this really focuses on, a lot on me. So how I'm strengthening my mind, my body, what I'm loving about myself, still able, so this will overlay with the goals. So this is going to be a lot of it personal as well, so not just financial, but I do like having the larger layout of a calendar for reminding myself, you know, when bills are due or when money is spent, all of that, everything for week by week, and keeping track of what my intentions are, what, you know, food, how am I nourishing myself, am I exercising, all the things that I'm supposed to do that I track in a lot of different ways. This is also really helpful for me because when I have my doctor appointment, I can grab all of this along with the apps that I have on my phone, take it in, and then they're able to see everything as well, because that is their job, is checking up on me. So I will have that for each month, and then again reflecting and going forward. So that is what I will be using for really more for the personal side, with a little bit of the financial elements for it. And so that just sits in a cover as well for that. And yes, the cover is pink, and that was done intentionally. So I do like black and white and gray, but every now and then a little splash of color isn't too bad. And then my fourth key item is going to be my sinking funds and my savings challenges. So you're familiar with most of my sinking funds, my savings challenges that I have in my binders that I keep track of and that I, you know, stuff every week and such like that. Going to continue using the larger MOTERM for holding those. Right now I've got everything in there because I'm going to be condensing down and removing quite a few of my sinking funds and such as well for that. But then I also will be using my white one, is going to be used for my savings challenges. And for my savings challenges, again, in 2022, I am going to be doing the Budget Mom 2022 savings challenges. And I'm going to be doing usually 2, if not 3, because I love her children's savings challenges as well. So this is just a Happy Planner notebook, and I have the large Happy Planner punch as well. So I just cut down just a smidge because A4 paper is a bit longer than US paper, and put those in. So I will be starting those in January. It does have the tracker, which I won't use because I like being surprised at the end of the year by how much I have saved. And then also an award, but I'm not going to show any of the challenges inside of it at this time. I will show them month by month because a lot of them are proprietary, and she hasn't shown all of them on her channel. And so I just don't want to, I guess, have anything out there that I'm not supposed to have. This is also just going to contain different things such as, so this is one of the worksheets that I do for my goal setting. So what is my outcome goal? When I talked about what do I need to develop, so what KSAs or competencies, what my performance goals are. I will work through the processes that I have to do to hit those performance goals. I will think about my roadblocks that I'm going to have. So what are the boulders? What are things I might stumble over? And then what is my plan going to be to overcome those roadblocks as well? And then also how I am going to reward myself. So these are additional sheets that I fill out for myself. I will have one for each goal, and it fits nicely in here. The rest of it is all really just kind of working out different things, including redoing my sinking funds. I'm like, what do I actually have in here? Yeah. You know, different sinking funds and recalculating those, plus additional area for notes. So that is going to be where I will be keeping all of those, and I need to sit down and just make my paper envelopes and cut all of them out to start getting ready for those challenges there. And then any other things that come up that I decide that I might want to try or I might want to use. So it seems as if it is a lot, and actually looking at it, I'm going, yeah, it kind of is, which is also why I had switched over to electronic and digital, but I struggle sometimes with electronic and digital. So I want to kind of go back to my roots of what always worked for me in the past. And if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Try something new. If it doesn't work out, then go back to what it was that did work out. And then that also comes back to that word of the year for me, release. Is just because I have tried something out doesn't mean that I am wed to it or committed to it if I determine that it's not working for me. So I am able to let that go and then just go back to where I was. So these are the things that are going to help me, I hope, achieve my financial goals in 2022, to stay on budget in 2022, and then help me prepare for 2023, which is less than 400 days away. If you think about it, it's actually less than 375 days away. In other words, it will be here in no time. I will also have my coin jars that my coins go into and such like that. And I will be continuing to document the journey all along the way. So how about you? Have you sat down and have you prepared or thought about what it is you are going to be using, what tools, what resources that are going to help you accomplish your goals? Because that is the other thing. Goals are great and they look great on paper and they look fantastic when they're posted up, you know, like on a wall or anything like that. But have you actually looked at what are the things that you need to have that are going to motivate you to stay focused on achieving your goals? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, if you did enjoy this video, do give it a thumbs up. If you want to see how I go in 2022, by all means, go ahead and subscribe. Otherwise, drop back in every now and then, see how things are going. Do remember, please, to choose kindness, show gratitude, always keep a positive mindset, and I will see you in the next video.